from the Ron Miller Race Car Studio, this is the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report.
Settle down, man.
For February 27th, show number 121.
Whew. That's amazing, wow. Scott.
Yeah. Coming at you live from the Ron Miller Race Car Studio on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope. Make sure to like us, too, on Facebook or Twitter.
I know I like us.
Do you? I don't. Often I don't.
Oh, come on.
Tonight on the show, in the studio, Duane Hancock, the man, the myth, the legend.
Am I supposed to wave to the camera like we was earlier?
Hopefully the cameras aren't locked up tonight. I rebooted all the cameras, Dean Henry, tonight, so if they lock up, I don't know. We'll try and stay on top of it.
If they lock up, it's Dean's fault.
Absolutely. We're going to talk to Brian Ruhlman in a little bit as well. He, of course, the modified champion down at Eldora from last year, and did some racing down in Florida.
Yeah.
I guess he got ill too.
Really?
That's why I heard on one of the broadcasts he wasn't feeling well. Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't know.
One of the few.
So he probably made his crew chief do everything that night?
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
And Duane's going to talk to us about the Attica Fremont Championship Series, the HoserVille Ohio Auction that's coming up.
And don't anybody leave because he's got...
No, don't.
He's got... Breaking news!
Breaking news.
But don't leave because we're not going to talk about it just yet.
That's just a teaser for the breaking news. We'll get to it later.
That's right. That's why I came, just to listen to that jingle.
Is it?
Yeah.
We've heard it now like six times, I think.
It.
Since before we came on.
We can sell you rights to that if you want.
Oh, okay.
I believe I got it from our stock library. Make sure to give Ron Miller Race Cars a call, 734-856-7223. He's got race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, everything a racer needs. Gift cards, too.
Absolutely.
Trying to think what's the next holiday.
Awesome St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day's coming up.
That's it.
Got some green tires.
A little luck of the Irish.
Well, they've got the little yellow dots, and we could paint them green, I suppose. Yeah.
You'd probably charge extra for that, too.
Yeah. I wonder if they'd find that when the cars went through tech.
The green dot?
Yeah.
Do they look for the dots?
Well, I think they do.
Probably depends where you're at. I mean,
are they going to be checking the droop rule?
On the bombers.
Okay. Makes sense.
No.
That's good. That's getting out of hand on the bombers. Too much leaning. Let's talk about some racing action from last week, and not much other than NASCAR guys over at Las Vegas. Kyle Busch dominated the Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series race Friday night, leading 108 of the 134 laps. Kevin Harvick, was that me?
Yes.
Son of a bitch. Kevin Harvick and Marcus Lemonis? Anyways, dude from the Gander RV and Outdoors Corporation put up a $50,000 bounty for any full-time Cup driver who races a truck and can beat Kyle Busch in one of his next 4 races.
Yes.
Well, and
I wasn't sure because I've seen 2 different things. I wasn't sure if they each put up $50,000, so it's like $100,000, or if they both went in for the $50,000. Either way, it's pretty
good money. Yeah,
it's a good chunk of change.
And I see guys taking it in Atlanta.
Really?
Chase Elliott.
Is he?
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah.
Said he's going for it. I think that's this weekend, isn't it?
No, I think the trucks are off.
Yeah.
So does Hendrick have a truck available, or?
I'm not sure. But I seen that today. It said Chase Elliott's like, I'm taking that bounty.
Oh, that's cool.
Can Kevin Harvick take it? Can he do his own
I
money?
would think he could. I mean,
Maybe keep his own money? I don't know.
I mean, Tony Stewart races in his series. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe Tony could come out of retirement.
Maybe. I mean,
lots could transpire over the next couple of weeks. We'll find out.
Maybe interesting.
Maybe that bounty will go up. They should get you. You're always good at putting money together.
I'd like to find $50,000.
Duane, tell in the trucks, don't they start 36?
Yes.
Okay. So if they get 5 Cup guys, are they going to be displacing 5 truck guys, or would they add them to the field?
I would say they'd probably displace them because I don't think they ever start over 36. I don't think
they could really hurt some people's feelings there.
They could. But are they getting 36 trucks?
Yeah, actually, and I actually have on here. Trucks are off until Atlanta Motor Speedway, which is coming up on Saturday, March 14th.
Yes.
So a couple weeks they're off. Xfinity Series race on Saturday was stopped for rain and completed the next day after the Cup race. They had a doubleheader on Sunday, and Chase Briscoe was the winner of that. Next race for the Xfinity Series coming up at Auto Club Speedway on Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, Fox Sports 1. You can catch that. Joey Logano stayed out during a late caution, didn't pit, and had some BS story about, I didn't know if I was supposed to come in or not.
Yeah. Well,
I think he made his own choice, and it was the right one.
yeah. He won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he stayed out and won while the leaders came in and pitted. I think there was, 8 cars that didn't pit?
Something like that.
In front of the... And Matt DiBenedetto matched his best Cup finish. He finished second there for first time.
And that was
in the Wood Brothers 21.
That was worth the price of admission right there. It was, but
I thought Stenhouse got him. Stenhouse actually ended up third.
Yes.
And Cup Series back in action on Sunday at Auto Club Speedway. 3:30. That race is on Fox and also on our sister iHeart radio station, 103.7 CKY. Buckeye Country 103.7 CKY.
right. But if you don't like country music, just go to 103.7 and you can listen to the races. Because some country, some anti-country
gotcha.
fans,
Just because the name of it's there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You talking about me?
Sure.
Yeah, you.
I figured that's what you were doing. I think I have it programmed in my car.
Really?
Every once in a while, if there's a race on, or I got my phone with iHeartRadio Bluetooth. This might be a little too advanced for you.
Oh,
but,
bite me, Scott.
I Bluetooth iHeartRadio and stream the race, listening actually to 103. So actually, I did that driving back from Memphis one
Really?
day. Yeah.
What do you do with all the water from the stream?
I opened the door and it goes out. You gotta pull over every once in a while.
Yeah.
Drain that water. That's what rest stops are for. Kenny Schrader is going to be racing a school bus because he's raced everything else, and he's going to be doing it at Toledo Speedway on May 29th in the school bus figure 8 event. And it, coincidentally, is his 65th birthday.
Really?
Punk kids.
Well, maybe we can get Ron a ride.
I
They
don't
can have a
have-
match
maybe.
race.
Have you raced a school bus before?
No, I haven't.
Well, there we
We
go.
need to talk to Scott Schultz, get you in one. You can race against...
Do you know Scott Schultz?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've talked to him a couple times.
Yeah.
He'd probably be pretty receptive to that.
As long as it's not a Saturday
Or maybe
night.
Dennis Wisman would give up his bus for you.
Maybe.
I don't know. So, yeah, if you want to catch Kenny Schrader in a vehicle you probably haven't seen him racing before, which is pretty rare these days. I wonder if he's done, like, motocross or anything. Any two-wheel stuff.
Maybe.
I did ride with Kenny Schrader. They did that
Ride-along?
ride-along thing at Toledo Speedway.
Oh, okay.
I think it was, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We went out there for some radio thing, and I was talking to him, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
For an old guy, he's pretty fast.
Did he scare you?
Not really. Maybe a little. Not really. I was like, we feel better being on the side that has control as opposed to the side that's right up next to the wall. That's just me, though.
So that was your Darrell Waltrip moment.
I wasn't. No, I was not. I did not have a whiny little tantrum and swear like Darrell Waltrip did when he rode with Smoke at Eldora.
Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't quite that wild.
That was classic.
That was pretty good.
Yes.
Defending Cup champ Kyle Busch. We mentioned earlier he found he found success Friday night at Las Vegas.
Right.
But the night before was the first time this year he's actually found success. He won the Star Nursery 100 Super Late Model Open Comp race at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas. So he actually got 2 wins. Past
wins.
weekend.
Got a late model W and a truck W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now if he hasn't figured out the Cup stuff yet this year. So
Tough time finishing.
Yes.
that usually helps. Roush Racing issued a statement Sunday afternoon on Ryan Newman stating he suffered no broken bones or internal injuries during that crash at the end of the Daytona 500. He did suffer an undisclosed head injury. Ross Chastain is still scheduled to run the 6 car until Newman is cleared to return.
Our in-house nurse here said that she thinks that he got himself a good old-fashioned bell ringing.
Is that the?
I think so.
Is that the technical term?
That was the term back in the day, Scott. And now they've come up with this protocol for head
Concussions
injuries,
and stuff.
concussions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was just I'll just go walk it off.
Just got his bell rung.
Okay.
I'll bet that ring lasted for a while with Newman, though.
Oh yeah, probably still is.
That was a hard ring. We were talking about this just before we came on a little bit. TJSlideways.com reports that the Michigan sprint car scene took a seismic shift on Wednesday, which would have been yesterday, when TJSlideways.com confirmed that Crystal Motor Speedway and Hartford Motor Speedway were dropping their Sprints on Dirt programs for the 2020 season. In addition, sources confirmed that Dave Mazzillo,
Yes.
Mazzillo.
former guy, ran Bearfield before that is now up for sale. He is no longer associated with the Sprints on Dirt series and the Ohio-based National Racing Alliance, which Mazzillo confirmed later in text message that his affiliation with that is no longer as well.
Correct.
Well, the future for the National Racing Alliance seems to be clear with a set schedule for the 2020 season, and
I think March 15th they're having a question and answer. And
meeting for race teams is expected to be announced for mid-March for the future, or mid-March. The future of Sprints on Dirt, though, a little cloudy.
Yeah,
I copied that straight from Dave, who probably just copied it straight from TJ Slideways. So I'm not sure what's going on with the Sprints on Dirt thing. I know you were talking about some stuff. I don't know if that was a public thing we can share.
It was on Facebook. I mean, I don't know.
So it's out there?
John Knight, I put it right on Facebook.
Okay.
So, I mean, John Knight put that he was still owed $12,500 from Missoula.
Was that for the purchase of sod?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
And
So, in theory, John could repo the series, and
So is he-
would think, I mean, I don't know how much money has.
he was the former owner.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how much has been paid on it or what. Or
Okay.
sounds like a mess. Is what it sounds like.
Yeah, this sounds like a bad deal, the whole
Yes.
thing. And I guess there's some issues with Grocery Getter.
Yes, a lot of
Rates
people
as well.
hasn't been paid yet, and the iCar modified series that Dave had too got sold this past weekend, the Burkett Nestor pavement deal. So
A lot of things in flux.
yes,
Hopefully it gets worked out. Fingers crossed. And finally, the all-wheels swap meet, car show, chili cook-off, HoserVille Ohio Auction, and much more. This is coming up March 7th at the Sandusky County Fairgrounds, and we'll be talking more about that.
Yes.
I'm sure you have some more details on that,
I do.
especially with the auction and auction items and
And
all
all
that
the
good
other
stuff.
things that we're putting on.
And also, we still have that breaking news,
That's true.
not associated with the Attica Fremont Championship Series, not associated with the Hoserville Ohio Auction, something totally unexpected, and it's going to be a surprise.
Yes.
To virtually everyone.
Except for us who heard it, and also the other person involved.
Yes.
But it's definitely breaking news.
Definitely, yes. We will be doing some of this stuff a little bit later. How about we get Brian Ruhlman on the phone and talk to him about
Sure.
doing some modified race. He does everything now too. He
He
should do a
does.
school bus.
Yeah. He does sprint car, modified.
We got to get him in the school bus.
Still does some late model too, don't he?
Yeah.
When's the last time he's been on a late model? He's been doing a lot with the sprints
Yeah.
Right.
and the modified.
He won a show kind of late in the year at Oakshade last year.
Yeah, I thought he had late model out
Yeah.
towards the end of the year.
I don't remember anything. My mind's a blank for last year. Let's dial him up here.
He,
We're calling this shop, so there you go. It's a public number. Ruhlman Race Cars. I know the guy that used to work on his website.
yeah,
Yeah,
used to.
yeah, used to.
Ruhlman Race Cars.
Brian Ruhlman.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Scott-
that sounded like Brian.
It's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, Duane Hancock. Kathy's here too. We're coming at you from Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Oh, good. Good.
All right, is this a good time? We good?
Yeah.
Don't want to interrupt any official Ruhlman Race Cars business.
No, we're good.
Good
All right.
deal.
Let's talk about your experience down in Florida. How long were you down there? How many races did you do?
We were down there for 7 days. We raced 6 days. The first night we ended up fourth in our heat and had to run the B main and won that, and then come from 25th up to 8th. And
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good run. We had kind of a stacked heat. I had Stremme, Nick Hoffman, Austin Halcomb. It was pretty stacked heat, so one of us had to finish fourth. And, we won the B main and then had to come from the back. But I think the second night we run third, and then we had a 8th or something, another third, and run 5th one night. And the last night we ended up having a valve train failure and pulled in. But, nope, never put a scratch on the car, never used any spare parts, so we just washed it off, put fuel in it, and raced it.
That was just the modified you brought down there, right?
Yeah, just the mod.
Those are all real respectable runs, Brian.
Against some formidable competition.
Yeah, well, and the modified class has come leaps and bounds as far as quality of competition.
Yeah, I think there was around 80 cars every night, and we were one of the only ones to make all the features every single night. And we had a couple of our customers. They had, I think one customer had a third and a fourth, another customer had a third. It wasn't just us running good. We had some customer cars running good too.
So running good down there, that helps out your business too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's really about the only reason we go down there.
That and the fact that it's warmer.
Yeah.
Crew chief likes that.
Yeah, I saw pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, it was pretty nice all week, and but yeah, it's more you got to be down there to stay relevant. When you're building these cars, because the best is down there. So if you can run with the best, it keeps us relevant.
Now I heard at least on one of the nights you were feeling a little ill.
Well, I actually caught the flu about 4 days before we left.
Ouch.
We had left on a Saturday, and I caught the flu on Tuesday and took Wednesday off, and I was kind of off my feet most of the week. And actually, Veronica packed everything up, loaded everything, because we transfer everything from the big trailer to a little trailer so we can park in the infield down there. So she had everything that was packed and loaded was done by her, and I kind of just showed up and went along for the ride.
Did that affect your racing?
No, I don't think so. Well, I'll tell you, the one night it did. We were running second, and it went green to checker, and we got into lap traffic, and I was racing Jason Hughes pretty hard for second, and I just kind of run out of wind. With seatbelts tightened down and the chest cold, I couldn't get a deep, a full breath, and it was hard to hit my marks, every lap when you had to be perfect, and so we ended up third that night rather than we probably would have been a good second.
And that track's you were running Volusia, and that's a pretty fast track, right?
Yeah, it's a big half mile. When it's hammered down, we were qualifying in the high 17s, low 18s.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah, so it's as fast as Eldora, just not as much banking, but it's it's a lot more round, I guess.
Speaking of Eldora, you got the track championship down there in the modifieds. How many Eldora track championships do you have now?
I think we have 6 between the late model and the modified. I think that was only our second modified one.
Wow.
Then we got 4 in the late model.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we hadn't run for a championship in almost 10 years, though, because we were doing the tire truck at Oakshade. We couldn't attend all the races at Eldora. So, and this year, well, actually last year when we started doing the sprint car, we found, we found a person to do the tire truck so we could go and follow a racing series.
So now you run the mod, you run the sprint, and you've done the late model. Do you have a preference?
I'll tell you what, this non-wing sprint car thing is so much fun. I think we're going to probably run that the most this year.
Really?
Good deal.
Yeah, we got started with the 602 crate sprint, the Rush series out in Pennsylvania that my brother was running. And we got a 410 car at the end of 18, and what a blast. I mean, these things are almost 900 horsepower. They weigh 1,200 pounds. They got 18-inch wide tires, and they're just insane to drive.
And you figured out how to keep the front wheels on the ground?
It took us a while, and actually we ended up having to put ballast on the nose of the car.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, it come down to we just looked at the physics of it. You know, I'm, say, 100 pounds heavier than a typical sprint car driver, and you sit so high in those cars that my 100 pounds, my center of gravity is almost 2 feet above the axle. So I had 200 foot-pounds trying to make the car do a wheelie. So we put 25 pounds 8 feet forward, which gave us 200 foot-pounds the other direction, so it canceled it out.
Oh, here's the engineer talking.
Wow.
You know,
Everybody's
and we
like,
had
"What?"
tried all kinds of, you know, springs and shocks, and I'd had Robert Ballou. He had helped us out a little bit, and some other guys had given us some advice, Tyler Courtney and that, and nothing was helping. And so I said, okay, well, it's just physics, you know. It's and that really did it. And after we did that, we had a fourth, a third, and a second.
And with 900 horsepower, 25 pounds is kind of inconsequential?
You know, it's funny. On a modified or a late model, you have to pedal the cars to keep the tires from spinning. Well, the 410 Sprint, you pedal the car to keep the front end from coming up. So it's a whole different approach to how you drive the car.
I'll bet.
You know, because, I mean, you could spin the tires, but it also might do a wheelie. You just don't know.
You just got to find that happy middle ground.
Yeah.
So we were talking a little earlier. Ken Schrader is going to be coming to Toledo Speedway to run a figure-8 school bus race. Have you ever raced a? You've raced everything else just about. Have you ever raced a school bus?
No, I've never raced a school bus.
Would you be interested in doing it?
Well, heck yeah.
Okay.
Especially if it was against Schrader.
Yeah.
And Ron Miller, we're trying to get him a bus too. I'll talk to Scott Schultz, see if we can get some extra buses for you guys.
I don't know
There
if
you go,
Brian's
sign me
old
up.
enough to get in on that deal, though.
Oh, is this a senior thing?
Well, maybe.
Jeez, seems like age discrimination there.
Well, I'll be 50 this year, so.
Wow. So what exactly are your plans for the 2020 racing season?
Well, there's a series up here in Michigan of 410 non-wing sprints. It was called the Michigan Traditional Sprints. They called it the MTS series, and it just got bought by the owner of the Great Lakes Super Sprints, the GLSS series, which
Yeah,
is
we
a
talked to them.
360 wing series. So they've really stepped up the program with the non-wings. They've got sponsors now. They've got a 20-race schedule. They've got, you know, points fund. So I think we're going to travel that whole deal.
Run for the championship there?
I think so. You know, and the bad thing is with running the modified, the late model, there's 2 different sprint cars and all the different tracks. There's like 7 different avenues you could go. So we almost have to kind of go down one path until we get to a diverging point where you either have to, are we going to go run Eldora, are we going to run the sprint thing, are we going to run the rush thing, and decide what your best chances are.
And that's based on what you've been performing best at up to that point, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we're up in the points with the 410 deal and we like how that's going, we'll keep going with that. If you know we get to a certain point there where we have a conflict between, say, the modified at Eldora and that, we'll have to decide. You know, the modified thing pays a little better. It's, you know, only not, I think, 7 or 8 races this year. But you know, we'll just kind of play it by ear. We may not run for any point deal. But,
Now,
you know,
if-
I always like kind of try and find one path that makes the most sense. And you know, we've done it a couple times at Eldora. We've decided to run other series and missed out on a race or 2 at Eldora, where if we'd have gone, we would have won the championship. But you know, it's just one of those things. You decide where you want to, you know, where your best bet is.
Now, is there any chance that the mods will be on with some of the MTS shows?
All of those are up in Michigan, so there might be a couple. And then there's a series out in Sharon Speedway that we ran last year where there's 4 modified races, and they have the rush sprints along with them.
Right.
And last year we ran both cars there, and they treat us really well out there. So they would wait for us, so we had time to get out of one car, get in the other car. So we were able to win that championship at Sharon in the modified, and I think we ran second 2 or 3 times with the sprint car there.
So how big is your trophy room?
We've got a couple of them. I got one down in the basement that's, it's probably 15 by 15, and Veronica arranged all the trophies, and they're all the way around it, about 3 deep. And then we've got a bunch of them from the last 3 or 4 years up in the shop here. But we've been doing it. This will be our 36th year, I believe.
Wow.
That's crazy. What's the next race for Brian Ruhlman coming up here?
I think we're going to wait till it warms up and then decide. But
Florida spoiled you?
No, there's a few guys going racing this weekend. They're driving all the way to Tennessee to race, and it's going to be 20 degrees out. And I thought, we all complain in August when it's 90 degrees out. So, I'm going to wait till it's about 55 or 60 degrees, and then we'll go race.
So that could happen at Attica. Could we see in the late model there?
Well, I don't know. I think the first one's probably going to be, there's a boss race at Waynesfield on the 28th of March. If the weather's good, we'll go to that. There's a Rush sprint race in Tyler County, West Virginia on the 11th, and then there's Eldora with the modified on the 18th. So we'll just see when everything's ready, and if the weather's good, we'll go.
Brian, you've been playing with the sprint cars a couple of years now. You've kept it on pretty much all 4 wheels, haven't you?
We flipped at Lernerville.
Okay.
Yep, that was it. A guy run over the left rear, and it was just a full rollover, but that was the first time I'd ever been upside down.
Wow. How fun was that?
It wasn't. It hit really hard upside down on the cage. It bounced, went 180 degrees, landed on the cage, bounced back up, and landed on its wheels. And when it went upside down, my Hans device actually, the Hans device is really good for in a frontal crash, but in a vertical hit, it actually rotates it back, and it imprinted the Hans device into my shoulder blades.
Ooh, ouch.
And the ambulance crew thought I broke my back, so they took me to the hospital, and we got, MRIs and CAT scans and all that stuff. And my shoulder blades are still numb. They're slowly getting better, but they said it could take up to a year to get the nerve damage fully healed. So there's good things and bad things about the Hans device.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't flip over.
Don't flip over. It would be a really good idea.
All right, Brian. Well, we appreciate you taking the time, and good luck in whatever you decide to do in 2020. Hope to see you at least maybe once or twice out at Oakshade.
Yep, we'll probably be there.
All right, cool.
See you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All
right, bye.
Bye. Brian Ruhlman, your 2019 modified champion at Eldora Speedway.
Sounds like a pretty full plate for a 50-year-old.
I don't think he's going to have time for the school bus thing.
Yeah, I say I've seen him run a handful of sprint shows, and he's getting it down, like he said. And running the new series with Barry up there, I think he'll do good because that's a neat little series. So, and Barry thanks us for talking about him.
Does he?
Yeah. My phone's going. It's like my ears are burning.
All right. Well, Duane Hancock in the studio with us to talk about several things. The Attica Fremont Championship Series. You got the nice, very rare T-shirt or sweatshirt.
Now there's 3 of them in the world.
3 of them, yes. Also, the HoserVille Ohio Auction coming up March 7th.
Yes.
Part of that swap meet. And breaking news. Should we do the breaking news first?
We can.
We've made people wait. Here we go. Whenever you're ready, go ahead.
Oh, okay. This is all me.
Yeah.
Well, the breaking news is I've done a little bit of extra stuff because, I don't have anything else to do besides the series, and we're putting on that whole thing, March 7th.
And a business to run.
Yeah, and a business run. So just a few things.
And Ron bugs you.
Yeah, and I needed a few more things. In honor of Ron.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. We have done a little bit with the late models. The Attica, Oakshade, 3 races each track, 6-race series. think it's May 1st and 2nd, June 26th and 7th, and July 25th and 26th, or 24th and 25th. Somewhere around there. But those Friday and Saturdays.
We could look at the Oakshade schedule and see when their shows
Friday
are.
and Saturdays.
Or we could look at the Attica schedule,
And add a
which is
day.
actually posted.
But that's when they are. We have added at least $1,000 to that, courtesy of Napa Auto Parts, Archbold, Ohio, Bryan, Ohio, and Wasion, Ohio, and Dirt Nerds podcast. So we've put $1,000 into that deal. So now,
Now, is that going on top of the points, or we don't know yet?
Yeah, we don't know because we want more people to join
We want
in.
more. Okay.
Yes. This project started literally a day and a half ago.
All right.
So,
And we know how successful you were, or you are, with the AFCS. So
well, and this one I kind of homered because the Napa Auto Parts is my business, and Archbold and Wasion was stores we was affiliated with, and a guy I used to, work with, he bought those stores, so we partnered up and putting some money in, and then Dirt Nerd is putting some money in, so it was pretty easy to get that one.
So you've got the sprint car end of it all wrapped up for the year, and so now you've got all this time to dedicate to making the late model series amazing.
Yeah, close. We still got some things to do on the sprint car series. So, but yeah, in all serious, but yeah, we would like more people to jump on board to this late model deal, because anything we go is going in the points fund. Tracks ain't taking anything. I'm not taking anything. We're just putting in fun, because right now what happens is Attica puts half the money in, Oakshade puts half the money in, and there's never been a sponsor for it.
And now there's
at least
a
once.
third party putting some money in.
Yeah, so
it's that first race, May 1st, right?
May 1st, yep.
So
May 1st and 2nd.
So definitely plenty of time if you want to get
Yeah.
involved in sponsoring that. Join Dirt Nerds, Napa.
Yeah. Napa of
How
Archbold,
can
Brian
they,
Ruhlman.
who should they contact?
Yeah,
you or
probably me.
text?
Probably me, or yeah, the tracks, but I've kind of headed up that part of it, so to add money to it. So yeah, they can get a hold of me on all my social media, or the tracks can get a hold of me.
Search for Duane Hancock.
Yes, and
he's on there.
so I
He's
mean,
everywhere.
yeah, it went from a $3,000 points fund to a $4,000 point fund right now for 6 races. So I'd like to see it get up to 6,000 a race.
Yeah.
So, or you could, if you can contact us, and we'll
Yeah.
point you in the right direction.
That's right. I'm sure if you got a hold of Ron, he knows how to get a hold of me.
I'm pretty sure.
So cool deal.
Yeah, so
And
You
you're
know.
just, and like you said, you just started on that yesterday. So
yeah, so
that could
that's
grow.
breaking
that
news.
could grow even bigger. Yeah.
Well,
breaking-
yeah, and it's out of my element a little bit.
Why? Because
Because it's late models.
stock
I've
cars
never.
or-
Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of people don't know this. Back when Gene Frankert and Larry Bowes had ALMS, when the last couple years, well, actually, right when Sam took it over, I got sponsored, all the heat race sponsors, and B Main's sponsor for 2 years for them.
I got someone online here. Soldier Boy Productions says they're going to jump on board.
Awesome.
So you have to get
Very
with
good.
Good deal. He's a great guy. Philip. He's been
Got
helping
some
out a
nice
lot of
pictures.
people. Yes. He was at the Ryan Missler race party.
Was he?
Yes.
Nice.
And he's helping out at the HoserVille Ohio Auction next week.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
So there you go.
Awesome. Look at that. See,
So
it's working.
There's the break again.
That's right. It's working. But yeah, and that's all it's about. It don't take a lot of money to get on it. Like I said, I mean, anything that goes into the fund, and going to do some, announcements of the names at each track, and
It could
gonna
make
do
that
some
series
social media. Yeah.
a little more interesting, a little more enticing. And it's only 6 races.
Yes, and going to do some social media stuff with it. And
Did Shields win that last year? Was he the champ?
I'm not sure. I know he's the Oakshade champ, but I don't know if
Yeah.
he was the series. I don't think he was.
that?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Come on, listeners, give us some help here.
Who was the
Who-
Attica Oakshade Challenge
Challenge
Series champ?
Yeah.
And the good part of it is
Dirt Nerd says you're spending more of his money yet again.
yes, I like spending his money. Yes, it's easy. It's easy. That's what's
If
great.
I had money, I'd let you spend mine.
That's what's great about the Dirt Nerds podcast. I literally go there. I'm the dumb guy talking in the mic, then I spend all his money. It's awesome.
Speaking of Dirt Nerds, how can people check that out?
Download it on, I don't know.
Anywhere you get podcasts?
Yes, anywhere you get podcasts.
Okay.
See, I told you I'm the dumb guy that talks into
Dirt
the mic.
nerds.
Are they on iHeartRadio?
Yes. Hell, I don't know.
Good.
I really don't know.
iTunes probably,
Yeah,
Google,
yeah.
all the other
Yeah,
Stitcher. Spotify.
and Stitcher for sure. I know. And it's
Just
always
search
on
and you'll find
Facebook. I don't listen. Literally, I don't listen.
No, I don't listen myself.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's terrible.
But I've listened to this podcast more than any podcast.
I'm sorry. Sorry for you.
As well you should. And then that's a great endorsement.
But
Ryan Missler says he thinks Casey Noonan.
I can say, I think
that could be.
Yes, Dirt Nerds are on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
So there you just go there, just search Dirt Nerds, also Hammer Down Racing Report. Both listen to both of them each week.
And Dirt Nerds is the Attica late model sponsor this year
saw that
for the track. So yeah,
damn,
powered by propane.
I need to talk to those guys because
Elliot's-
apparently he's got some money.
Elliot's got millions. I'm
Wow.
telling you. I'm sure there's gonna be a reply on that.
Probably.
But no, I mean it's just something to do. I mean, and I did catch a lot of crap from some of the late model guys, like that Ryan Missler guy.
Yeah.
and
He's pretty
Devin
vocal
Shields
about
and-
stuff.
What Ryan Missler? What?
Yeah.
Well, no way.
So what's the latest with the Attica Fremont Championship Series?
Well, we're getting
Oakland.
things close to where we was last year. We lost our title 305 sponsor in about a month or so ago, so I've been working hard at that. I've had a lot of tire kickers. Well, I had a couple people that's, we're interested, and then after 2 weeks of messing around,
They don't answer their phone.
they decide not to. So
You've been ghosted.
yeah, so trying to find a title sponsor for that yet.
Yeah, Noonan. I got that confirmed from Chrissy. Noonan.
But we have 20 410 races this year and 16 305, so we added 2 races to each division. We had some shows on Buckeye Cable Sportsnet last year, which I think some of the Fremont shows are going to be, because Attica shows can't be, because there is going to be an announcement sooner or later that there could be a pay-per-view deal going on at Attica.
Ah.
Really?
Not that you're letting the cat out of the bag. Is that breaking news too?
No. They've been messing
It's
around.
breaking rumor.
I put it in the AFCS press release. Maybe push them along a little bit to announce it. So I can't say what one yet, but look for a deal for
one of
that
those
race.
internet sources.
Yes. And for all the divisions, not just.
Oh.
Yes. So there you go, Ron.
Yeah.
You could be famous on the internet.
Yeah, well,
You'd be famous on the internet.
that doesn't pay real well.
It could. You could be one of these million hit
Yeah.
YouTubers.
Yeah, trust me, Social Security pays better. And I'm in a position to know.
So did the success of the inaugural year of the AFCS kind of help you going into this year?
Oh yeah, we I think only 4 sponsors didn't renew.
Did they give you any reasons why?
Yeah,
they wouldn't?
one of them's just had to buy $30,000 worth of equipment for his business at the first of the year. So
it wasn't any problems with the series at all? It was
No,
just
because
personal issues.
2 of them's already said we can't be on this year, but we want to go on next year. And I've got 4 brand new sponsors so far. And talking to literally right now, I talked to 7 different new sponsors last week, and some of them's out of the box. Some of them will be like, "What's that?" I mean, because they're kind of like, "Well, we never thought of that, but that is a good idea. It's great exposure." Because I was just on the PRI deal on their podcast, so we talk. I've been on that a few times because they're like, "You're blowing up on social media, and stuff." So, I've had a lot of good responses and had a lot of people's like, "We want on board." And
So what sponsors you got locked up? Give them some publicity.
Well, jeez.
Not to put you on the
We
spot
got
or
a bunch
anything.
of them. Well, Kistler Race Products, the 410 main sponsors back. Kistler Race Products, All Pro Cylinder Heads, Ballman Auto Group. Then our 305, Jason Deach. It's still presented by Jason Deach Trailer, but our heat race sponsors just landed Terry Hendricks Ford today for one of our 410 heat race sponsors. But our heat race sponsors, we have Crown Battery, Cure Speed Shop, was Moyo Riding Stables, but they're switching their profit. They do a lot of work with nonprofits and different things, so they're going to do one of those. We have Engler Machine and Tool down in Princeton, Indiana. Let's see, Fremont Fence, Fair Auto Repair in Bryan, Ohio. Let's see, we got a bunch more. Now I got to think a little bit. Jack Fortney, here's a guy, and we can talk about that a little bit too, because Berryman Shocks, Racing Shocks is in with this deal. But Jack is just a guy. He used to be a photographer for Brian Motor Speedway at one time. Years ago.
That's some old school stuff.
Yeah, he's always wanted to be with the series. He's just a neighbor guy of mine in Bryan, Ohio. He's always wanted to be. Last year he did, we called it the Jack's All Out Award. He did a $100 hard charger award for each 410 sprint car night and $50 for the 305s. Well, this year we're going to do $100 and $50 hard charger, but now we're going to do a hard luck award too. It's paying the same, $100 for 410s each night, $50 for 305s, but Berryman Racing Shocks has come in on that. In the 10-4-10 shows at Attica, you're going to get $75 from Jack and a $25 certificate from Berryman Racing Shocks. And then the 305 shows at Fremont, he's going to do the $25 for.
What's the criteria for the hard luck?
We're just going to vote on who are. I mean, it could be if Brian Ruhlman went there and got upside down.
There's no set circumstances.
No, it could be, well, like perfect example, Nate Dussel was right up there in the, it was a DJ buddy battle, and here's little Nate Dussel kind of quietly giving him a run for the points. And went there, was good, was running third, had a chance, and had an engine issue one night, and it just took him out of the whole deal. So that would definitely be hard luck for that.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt. Or you've had, could be somebody getting upside down that was running well, or, just anything.
Running up front, get a flat tire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Or get into a lap car or whatever, I mean,
all right.
Blow up. I mean, could be anything. So we'll let Jack is pretty much going to, I think, pick that. We do the hard charger, and it's his money. I mean, he don't have a business or anything, and just wants to help out.
Which is cool.
Yeah, and it's all cash. I mean, it's all,
and that gets paid out right that night.
Yep, Jack comes to the trailer, and everybody likes to see Jack coming to their trailer after the race. That started to be the deal, is everybody's like, oh, is Jack coming to our trailer tonight? So... But yeah, we got, a bunch of spots. Fremont Overhead Door, that's another one. See, I thought Computer Man, Ross Paulson, he works for the All-Stars, but he likes to help out our series too. Got a bunch of sponsors like that. So still looking for a title sponsor for the 305, that's the main one. And we're taking still sponsors. We got a couple just standard sponsor, and then kind of a platinum level sponsor too with more stuff.
Platinum.
But, yes, platinum.
That's better than gold.
That's true. That's true. That's why we did it that way. Yeah. But Perfect Engine, got them on Division Engine Pro. That's the thing. We got some places that from just different areas too than just Attica and Fremont. So that's one thing people liked about it.
So you just want, if people are interested in getting on board the AFCS,
yes,
the same through social media? Or
yes, AFCS.
Well, you got a website, don't you? Yeah.
Yep, AFCS Sprints @gmail.com is the email. But yeah,
what's the website URL?
AFCSsprints.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
You sound a little unsure.
I had to think about it.
Okay. So
but we run that too, and my daughter helps me with social media on it. Some of the Twitter, Facebook, we're on that, all that too. And she says we're going to get on Instagram and I don't know,
the kids
Snapchat.
like it. There you go. The kids really into Snapchat.
So we're going to get on some of that. We're going to try to do, and kind of a neat thing we got going on. I can probably say it because they said they're sending me cameras, but we're going to do Speedway race cams. Have you seen Speedway cams yet? There's at the Dome and different places put a lot of cams. They do a lot of late model stuff. Well, they're going to do kind of a thing with us. We're going to get a couple cameras and do like a driver of the weekend and do some like pre-race videos, after-race
so like
videos.
Some interviews and stuff?
Yep, and put the camera on the car. And then they're going to put a little production for us each night. And
kind of a Ryan Missler thing?
Yeah, kind of the same. And we can even put the little sponsors down in the corner.
Nice.
So anybody wants on board.
There you go.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I mean, we're still taking sponsorships, and we're taking late model ones now too. So I mean, we'll spend your money one way or another.
So basically, if you have money,
yes,
give it to Duane.
Yes, true. But and we had a lot of businesses get a lot of. That's the good thing, though.
And you get a lot of exposure.
Yes,
out of this,
well,
right?
and a lot of businesses gain business from this. Like Jason Dietz Trailer Sales, within the first month, he's like, I got 6-7 phone calls because he don't necessarily just sell trailers; he fixes them. Or if you want to put cabinets in it, or lights, or that's what you need—a stereo system. Whatever you want, he can do it. You can put a hot tub in it if you want.
Ooh.
I mean, There you go, Ron. I mean,
Yeah.
I got the wheels turning now.
see, I mean, but he, and or he can repair them, do whatever, and he got like some business right away. He's like, dude, I'm on for next year already. And I've only had one guy say, well, I don't know if I had any business, but I'll sign back on because it was great exposure. He goes, then I had a couple come on, which I need to start doing it because I started announcing our sponsors on social media, and I wish I do. I take their logo and be like, here you go. There's our new sponsor, and do a little deal. And I had one guy that was kind of, I was talking to him. He's like, I don't know. And he goes, I started following you guys on Twitter and Facebook. He goes, my feed blows up every day. He goes, why wouldn't I be on that?
There you go.
So
and race fans they're pretty
oh yeah, real loyal
to the sponsors.
Yep. But yeah, we got a few new ones. Terry Hendricks Ford is one of them. Berryman Race Shocks, Speed Shark Graphics just got them on board today. Bunch of deals like that, so it'll be good.
Awesome.
Yes.
And you do a show Mondays.
Yes. And we just had Ron on a couple weeks ago.
And I missed that.
I
wanted to hear it too.
On the throttle.
But there's no place that they archive it.
Yeah, they're working on that.
Come on, Duane.
I told you, I'm just the dumb guy that talks on the microphone.
So,
That's Elliot.
but people can listen to that.
Yes, it live streams all over, and it's weird because I'll look because it'll tell us, and we always have like 15 people from Australia that listen all the time, all over.
Yeah.
And usually it's funny.
It's race season down there.
Yes.
It's probably about wrapping up about now.
But it's usually this region.
Motorplex has got 2 shows left.
2 shows, huh?
Yeah, it's usually this region each week. I mean, a lot of times Brian's not the top spot that the listeners come. It's like Fremont, Findlay, then Brian.
How long you been doing that show?
3 years.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So you weren't doing it when Brian was running then?
No, 3.5 years.
No overlap at all.
It's been 3.5. It'll be 4 years soon because one of our best interviews, Jason Johnson, that passed away, he was a friend of mine, and he won Knoxville, and then we had him on Monday afterwards, and he was still so pumped up about it, and that was just it sticks in your head. I mean, just how, and he went through everybody's like, these people helped me from day one when he made his debut at Millstream Speedway when he was 17 and hit the wall about 2 laps into the race.
Not a good debut.
No, but he talked about that. He goes, man, I can't believe you remembered that, So, but no, it's been a long time, but we do that. And
When was the last show at Brian?
91 something?
So
early 90s, I think.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
I know that.
it was
More than 3 years ago.
Yes.
By
Yes.
a few.
I was still almost a teenager then.
I graduated in 91.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I was close to 91. So.
let's talk about the auction coming up.
Yes.
What is that? A week from now?
Yeah, a week from Saturday.
Holy cow!
March 7th. It's the what do we call it? The Racing Family Pre-Race Party.
Is that what it is?
Yes, and something. This HoserVille Ohio deal. It's our 17th year.
Have you been doing that all 17 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And talk about what it benefits and.
Yeah, we're a 501c3 registered with the state and everybody. It's for injured race car drivers. I mean, we've helped. We've helped Art Ball before. Speaking of late model people, and Justin Collette when he was racing. He's actually going to make our trophy for our chili cook-off this year.
And the chili cook-off is the same.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, we started off in Findlay, Ohio. Had the auction there for a few years. Lost that spot, so we went to Tiffin to the mall show. Then lost that. Then we went to Bowling Green to the mall show. Then we lost that.
Wait, is this a trend?
Yeah, I hope not. So, Fremont, Attica. Obviously, I have huge connections there now, and they're like, we'd like to put something together, but you can't really have it during a race because what happens if it gets rained out? Then people ain't going to travel to the racetrack to get it rained out. But anyways, let's have it after the swap meet. Let's do something besides just the auction. Let's try to make this a huge event. So, it's going to be swap meets going on, like you said, the all-wheel swap meet. Then starting at noon, we're going to have a chili cook-off from 12 to 2. Free entry. We're going to do like a $1 cup or 6 cups for $5 to sample the chili. That money is going to benefit the AFCS series.
Nice.
Yes.
You should have a separate chili for the Oakshade Attica Late Model Series.
Well, we might have to get that
Although
in there somehow.
you're at Fremont Speedway,
Yeah.
so that doesn't make sense.
And there's the Vince Fisher Memorial Car Show is going on all day that the Fremont Speedway Hall of Fame's putting on.
I was going to say, is the Hall of Fame going to be open?
I don't know if it's going to be open, but they're putting on the car show for us. The Johnny Bieber car that they just got this week from Florida is going to be on display. Thor Sports is bringing a truck.
Nice.
I know we have at least one late model, one dirt truck, sprint car. I got some go-karts coming. Maybe we can get the Ron Miller race car there. I mean,
he's got this big sideboard car.
My car's still in the can from New Year's Day.
But so that's going on. So we got something all day. That's going on all day. Chili cook-off from 12 to 2, which we got awards for that. Then we're going to do the awards at 1:45 because then the auction is going to be from 2 to 4. And we've raised we've passed out over $100 and some thousand to like 80 some different drivers now in the 17 years. We helped Lucas Wolf in Pennsylvania. We helped Andrew Palker. Remember this past year got burnt in Wayne County. That hit Facebook big time, and some different people like that. I mean, we've just helped out a lot of local racers and stuff, and so that's what all this money goes to from the auction. Every dime goes into that. And we got some really neat items for that again. And then after that, a half hour after that, about 4:30, we're going to start a cornhole tournament. It's going to be $10 to get in. Got some trophies for that. Probably have some cash payback for that, depending on how many teams get in. And
does that benefit anything? Does that go into the HoserVille?
That is going to go to the AFCS Series, too.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to do a fundraiser for both. And then also from 12:30 to 1:30, we're going to do Dirt Nerds Live podcast. I think. Will
that be on Facebook? How can people check
Yeah,
that out?
we're going to try to do Facebook Live with it too. I mean, we usually record on Monday night, then put on either later Monday night or Tuesday, but we've only had one live audience. So we're going to have live audience. Rex talked to me about doing Facebook Live, so Rex will be around. Probably have him on. Probably Ryan Sheets. I know got Craig Mintz, I think, lined up to be on, and some people.
Craig's a good guy.
Now, what about the HoserVille auction? Any idea what kind of items you're going to have up for auction?
We have. I got a really neat. My uncle Dave Steinges been photographer forever. He's the one always at the mall show, has all the old sprint car pictures and stuff. Well, he's got an old Art Ball picture in a stock car from like 1973, 74, we believe. I think it's from Millstream. 8x10 frame. That's
how young does he look?
Well, I don't know. He's in the car racing, so I can't really tell. Then we have a Jim Linder kind of same deal in the GR Gill car. We got one of those. So we got some vintage photos. We got an autographed Christopher Bell. He won the 410 A-Main at Fremont last year. Toledo guy Will Shunk helped us out with some of those. Got one of those autographed. Got some real neat pictures from Mike Campbell. He's doing them on, like, digitizing photos on metal, etching them on metal now. So we got one of those of Rico and one of those of Christopher Bell.
All right.
That's one of his favorites, Rico.
Yeah.
Yep, we got a real nice one.
He's going to grow his hair like Rico's.
There you go.
What's that look? Holy cow. I just got the death look.
We got that's right.
I've been having my hair cut like this for years, Scott.
We got an autographed Tony Stewart Indy car from Jack Fortney.
Like a full-size Indy car?
Well, no, just a model. I even got a picture of that. And we got a Sammy Swindell Nance one, Steve Francis late model one. We got a lot of pictures. Attica Raceway Park just did a package. It's going to be two tickets with pit passes to any show, including Brad Doty Classic, Attica shirt, Attica hat, just a whole basket of stuff from Attica Raceway Park. We have got some wing panels. I got Nate Dussel, Max Stambaugh. Got a Ryan Missler door. Have that. Buddy Kofoid, a package from him with shirt, stickers.
Cool. Oh, cool.
A couple.
That'll be worth a
front
lot.
Wing, yeah, a couple
possibly.
front wing side panels in that deal. Have a real neat thing I just picked up last weekend. It's a drawing of Dave Steele winning in like 1999 somewhere, and it's autographed by Dave Steele.
All right. So this will all be at the HoserVille auction.
Yes.
At the Fremont swap meet, all wheels swap meet on
from 2 o'clock.
March
Like an all-day party.
Yes.
March 7th.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. It's
And
like,
this will be indoors, correct?
yes, it's all indoors. The
So-
4-H buildings.
Okay. Heated. And,
Yes, heated indoors.
So people don't have to worry about the weather.
Yes,
they can come just for that, even if they don't want to go to the auction.
Right, yeah.
To the swap meet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why we did swap meet day, because there's going to be some people around there already. And it's like, so some of the people already be there. So it's like, let's start it right after the swap meet. And we got lunch covered with the chili cook-off. And you can come in and see the items.
About the same time they used to do the BG car show.
Yes, it is. Yeah, basically same deal. Yeah. And well, that was my idea. It's like, let's just have an all-day party and have stuff going on for everybody. And you know, we're trying to get some drivers around, do some autograph sessions, which I'm sure that won't be too hard to do. And yeah, there's always, and one thing we do about our auction, I've always said, because everybody's like, oh, most of those benefit auctions, all that stuff goes really, really high. Well, we purposely get things, whether you have $1 or $1 million, you can buy something at our auction. That way, anybody on any budget can help out. Can help. And come hang out with us. Yeah, come hang out with us if nothing else. We have a good time.
Not just for racers. Race fans coming out. There'll be racers there, like you said.
Exactly.
I'm sure they do autographs.
Yep. Oh, yeah, autographs and all kind of things. And
can they get yours?
Sure. That might be worth like a penny and a half on eBay or something. But yeah, they can. I mean, we can. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Maybe you should auction that off.
We could. I do. We actually did. I raced a modified one night a couple years ago for Brad Johnson, and there's a picture, and last year we sold it at the auction. It went for like $50 or $60.
Wow.
What, did they know that you were in the picture? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were trying to find out the Brad Johnson picture.
No.
That's cool.
So I was supposed to autograph that one. I still haven't. I still owe that guy an autograph, so I don't know why.
He'll find you.
It's worth a lot more without I like pretend that's Brad, because it's but no, yeah, there's all kind of things going on that day, and come hang out. And we have some new stuff too. I mean, we have T-shirts. I got a Mopar jacket, a large Mopar jacket that's really nice, is donated to us. A lot of die-cast. We got some Bill Elliott die-cast, some Napa die-cast. I know it's hard to believe we got some Napa die-cast.
So for sure there'll be something for everybody.
Oh, yes. And neat thing for us sprint car people is each year, being a Napa guy, we get a stand-up every year. And it's always used to be Ron Capps. And then Ron Capps and Chase Elliott. Well, now it's Ron Capps, Chase Elliott, Rossi. Then it's got Gio Selzy, because he's driving the Napa car, the ARCA car, or ARCA West, or whatever they're calling it now, and Brad Sweet. So you got two dirt guys in there that's real popular right now. Then you got Chase Elliott, which is pretty popular. Then Rossi and Capps.
Pretty popular. He's the most popular.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, so I'll have a stand-up of that. I always donate it to stand-up for the year.
Cool.
And yeah, there's just all kind of different things.
And all this is coming up a week from Saturday.
Yes.
March 7th. Is there some place where all that information
Yes, HoserVille Facebook page, HoserVille Twitter. Shared it on Dirt Nerds has been sharing it. On the Throttle's been sharing it. AFCS been sharing it.
I'm going to have to be pressured into sharing it. I'll find that and share that.
But I have a list. I think there's 54 items on that I just put up the other night. And actually sitting here in the parking lot waiting to get in when Ron pulled up, Chad Wilson stopped by, and I got a front wing from Chad Wilson.
Oh, nice.
And some T-shirts, and I don't know, something else in the bag that I didn't even look at yet. And but yeah, it's hard to say what will show up. I mean, we've sold some pretty interesting things at times.
So there's a chance you'll still get more things
before?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes. I already have another list that's starting of people. Dave Darlin's sending a package supposed to show up. Actually, something that's really cool. One of our Australian fans, Darren Moore, met him at King's Royal a couple years ago. It was camped beside him. And he just sent some T-shirts from Australia from the Sprint Car Annual Classic. He put a classic shirt, and then a James McFadden Australian shirt, extra large adult, and a kid's James McFadden that you can only get in Australia right now.
Or at the HoserVille Ohio Auction.
That's right. So, yeah, a lot of things like that. And we do have a lot of unique, one-of-a-kind items at times, and then we got some new stuff, and just we've auctioned off autographed pistons. We've auctioned off tires.
And it all goes for a good cause.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it all goes right into the Injured Drivers Fund, and we're 501c3. Like I said, we've helped out several racers. Greg Wilson, Stuart Brubaker had to go to the hospital this year from Attica. And Kelsey Ivey had her accident. You know, she had some ambulance bills and stuff, and that lot of times, not even all the ambulance bill gets paid anymore from some of these. So
And if you feel like spending a lot of money on something, it's all tax deductible.
Exactly.
Because you are a certified.
Hey, Dean says he'll throw in a gift card. I'm guessing
Awesome.
for Big D's Pizza.
All right.
heck yeah, thank you, Dean.
And also a couple people pointed out Brian Motor Speedway raced until 95.
Okay.
All right.
Just to clear that.
And I know we're gonna have some Missler sweets there too.
Oh,
Those
are
are
good.
Those
Baby.
are popular.
We
Last
like-
year, those were popular.
We like it when Mr. Sweets
Yes.
comes here.
Yes.
That's why we'll have to have Ryan on sometime this year, just so he brings us.
I
some
seriously think Amber brought 4 plates last year, and I think the cheapest one was like $30.
sweets. Wow.
Yeah. So.
That's a
And
deal.
worth every penny of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
Well, good luck on all that. Good luck on the AFCS stuff.
appreciate
Good luck on the Oakshade Attica. You got way too much. And you run stores, the Napa stores. Jeez.
It's funny. One of the compliments I got this year, I don't know if it was a compliment, but I talked to Brad Doty quite a bit. And he goes,
He's a cool guy.
oh, yeah. He goes, of course, Brad is so funny because he's always concerned a lot about, he's just genuine. He's like, you need to slow down a little bit. He goes, when do you sleep? I said, well, that's one problem I have. I usually don't a whole lot. He goes, you have mastered burning the candle at both ends. And he says, and you found out how to light it on fire in the middle too. He says, and still survive. So
Yeah, if you want something done, find a busy guy.
that's right. So yeah, it's just.
And you
Thanks.
drove all the way out here to be on this show.
Well, it's fun to
promote
be on
things?
the show.
Okay.
I mean, and I've been trying to get Ron on our show, and I just, you know how that goes. You get busy, and you keep, then this person wants on, this person wants. So it's fun to have Ron on.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him on again.
It is fun. I have him on every week.
I know. We'll have to get you on sometime. I mean,
Sure.
they'll be like,
if you want to put your audience to sleep. it's
Yeah.
fine. Although I used to live out in Bryan years ago.
see, there you go.
Went to Bryan High School.
Maybe
so I was a
somebody-
freshman.
Really?
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, there you go. See,
Yeah.
you might have some reunions there. Yeah.
Let's we gotta move on here. Last week's how many was how many laps the last place finisher was going to complete in the Cup race at Las Vegas.
Are we
on
counting the first one?
The first one.
No, that's right.
The last place finisher,
Yeah.
and I was surprised because they finished a lot of races or a lot of laps. You ready?
Yeah.
The number of laps the last place finisher in the Cup race on Sunday at Las Vegas completed was 175.
Wow.
And I think the race was like 270 something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was pretty good. And that was Timmy Hill that finished last. And I was like, who the hell is Timmy Hill?
Well, actually,
this
he's a pretty good racer.
Is he?
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of him.
No, a good racer.
I'm sure he's awesome.
has to be.
I think it was
They completed 100 and some laps. He's got
175, yeah. And so that makes our in-studio winner, Kathy, who guessed 80. She was closest. We all were even less than that. And online, surprisingly, my brother, Brian Hammer, guessed 165.
Whoa.
So he was 10 laps off.
Boy, he was close.
Yeah, so he can hook up with Dean Henry, get himself a Big D pizza, Big D's Pizza out in Clyde.
Family connection doesn't disqualify
I
him?
passed that the other day.
Did you? You
Yes.
should have brought some pizza.
Well, it was the other day. It wouldn't be no good right now.
We got a microwave.
I was out sponsor hunting.
Oh.
I took a day off
and
work.
Big D said he's going to...
I know.
Well,
That's awesome.
was that a gift card? That was for the auction.
Yeah, for the auction. That'd be good.
This week's how many? This weekend is the Rusty Schlenk racing party deal.
Right.
And they have the Future of the Sport Award. And I was really struggling to come up with how many for this week. So this week's how many is how old? How many years? How old will the winner of the Future of the Sport Award be? I have no idea how old any of the folks that are entered.
6 to 17 so far. There's 13 entries last I knew.
Wait, you know the
No,
ages
come on.
of all of them?
Wait,
Not
Scott.
every one of them.
Wait.
What?
Let's do the combined total of the future of the sport.
Well,
All their
age?
all their
somebody
ages,
could just go add that up right now.
all their ages added together.
Well, somebody could. They've been posting who's been there, and I don't know if their ages are on there.
Yeah, a lot
so
of them
somebody.
are.
Yeah, so somebody could figure that out. That's too easy.
Yeah.
Just pick. We gotta pick how old the winner's going to be,
Oh, wow.
because we don't know who the winner is.
So it's
No.
going to be
Until
somewhere
Saturday.
between 5 and 17,
Yeah.
Well, Oliver Osborne, last year's winner, was he even 5?
I think.
If he was a young 5.
Yeah.
So we'll let Duane pick first.
Oh, jeez. I'll take the high number. I'll say 17.
Okay. What do you got, Kathy?
8.
8 for Kathy.
14.
14 for Ron. I'm going to go 16. 16 right there in the middle there.
Oh, you
Just
could be
enough to
good.
drive. Is there anybody that's 16? I didn't even look to see how old
There
he
is.
Is there?
Well,
Okay.
because he's a guest on my show the week
Oh.
before Ron. Promoting he don't turn 17 until March something.
Okay.
He's moving up to late models this year,
So
too.
if you want to, hold that thought. If you want to play along online, you can put your guess in our Facebook comments as long as you do it before 5 o'clock Saturday. So if you're not even listening to us live, and there's still a number still available between 0 and 19, then you can choose if somebody else chose the same number. Whoever chose it first will get credit for it, and you could win a Big D's pizza.
Awesome.
That's what that's all for. So, like I said, if you're listening to us on iHeartRadio, Google, or Spotify, or any of those other things, not on our Facebook Live, go find the Facebook Live video. It'll still be there on our Facebook page.
It will.
Facebook.com/HammerDown Racing Report, and put your guess in. Right?
Make it a good one.
Make it a good one.
Yes.
And you could win a Big D's pizza.
You could. And other than that, still waiting for that Attica Raceway Park season opener coming up on March 20th. We are less than a month away now.
Yes.
For racing. 410 sprints, late models, 305 sprints. What's the first Attica Fremont Championship Series sprint race?
April 17th and 18th.
Okay.
Yes.
Fremont and Attica.
Yes. Attica and Fremont.
Yeah, you're right. Attica's Friday. Fremont. Thank you. Thus, the AF.
Yeah.
Attica
See?
Fremont.
Yeah.
They're alphabetical and chronologically
Yes.
date-wise.
That happened by mistake.
Time for me to time for me to go home. Next week on the show, we will try to have the Rusty Schlenk Racing Future of the Sport Award winner.
Cool.
So, and we'll find out how old they are too.
That's
assuming they're available, whoever it may be.
That's it.
And then we'll be off for at least a week hiatus, so I can have surgery and recover. We're going to take a little break. We're going to reboot the show.
Right.
Because I'll have plenty of time to be coming up with ideas.
Oh, man.
And I'll probably be a little out of my head on some painkillers, too.
Nah, you'll be fine, Scott.
It'll help me be more creative.
There you
Just
go.
no big deal.
So make sure to tune in next week, 7 o'clock, Thursday night, Facebook Live, Twitter, YouTube. That's it.
All those things.
Yeah, all above.
Yeah, and listen to us on demand, iHeartRadio preferably. Thanks to Duane Hancock for coming in tonight. Good luck on
Thanks for having me.
the Attica Fremont Championship Series, the HoserVille Ohio auction, again coming up a week from Saturday, and the Oakshade Attica Oakshade Late Model Series.
We've already
deal.
got another sponsor on with that already.
Yeah.
See? I mean,
Yay.
okay.
And Ron's happy.
That's right.
Well, that's all that matters. We'll see you next week. We're out.
We're gone.
Goodbye.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report from the Ron Miller Race Car Studio. Listen on demand on iHeartRadio.